Hello everybody, I am Jedi Jack Penguin and welcome back to another new LEGO Harry Potter set review. Today we're going to be looking at set number 76399, Hogwarts Magical Trunk. This set includes 603 pieces and retails for $59.99 when it released March 1st of 2022. Now this is yet another one of LEGO's attempts to make us customize things within the world of LEGO Harry Potter. I'm really excited for this set, mainly because of the sheer amount of minifigure parts that are included in here and the diversity included when it comes to those minifigure parts, the flesh tones, and even get a number of interesting stickers in this set that I've never seen before, so I'm really excited to take a look at those, and just the amount of customability when it comes to House Unity in this set is really unique, and I'm excited to see what this set is all about. First thing that I just wanted to say about the box is we do get a little bit of a teaser of what's included from the very top of the box, which is really nice that they include that. Actual size of your McGonagall minifigure. But when it comes to the main front of the box here, we don't see our trio in the corner, which is a bit of a departure, but I think it's fine to get your logos at the top. And again, your main picture of the set from the front and just showcasing some of the different things that you can do with this particular set. Spinning us to the back, you get a quick look at some of the different things that you can again do with this particular set when it comes to customizing it to make it into the Great Hall or say one of the Gryffindor dorms or something. I would expect to see more than just the Gryffindor dorms in this set. We'll have to wait and see what the sticker sheet looks like in a minute. And of course, just like all the sets in this wave, apparently we have some push tabs, which is rather annoying, but I guess it's fine for what it is. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for the box, so let's open it up and take a look at what's inside. Looking at the box contents, you get a lot of stuff here. We get 5 numbered bags to build the set. In addition to your sticker sheets, you get 2 of those, and your instruction manual and a loose plate piece. Starting off with our first sticker sheet, we have a bit of a more universal. This is going to be used throughout the entirety of the set compared to say this one, which doesn't have any of your typical numbers. This is just to decorate the outside of the trunk, which I think there's a lot of really unique things going on within here. It's just like showing off your House Unity when it comes to Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. But you also have stuff like, say, little advertisements for Hogsmeade, some butter beer, some spell names, love potion there, and also like if you're a Quidditch captain or not, Weasley's Wizard Wheezes, Honeydukes, so many things going on. And even down here where we have, say, the Beauxbaton, I believe somewhere, yes, we have the Durmstrang logo, which I think is really cool that they were able to include those within this particular set. Again, really cool, this particular sticker sheet to decorate the outside of the trunk. Don't know if I'm actually going to put any stickers there or not. We'll have to wait and see. But looking over here again at the main sticker sheet, you get your House Unity. You get some Great Hall stickers, I suppose, and also just some smaller things like the wizard chest down here and even the advanced potion making book, which I would have liked to see as a print, but I guess it's okay as a sticker. And Lego again just wanting you to write on Lego pieces, which is just kind of annoying in my opinion. And looking at our instruction manual, again we have a bit of a departure from just having our main picture of the set from the front. We have this Hogwarts letter as we flip to the front. One thing that I did want to show off, which is really nice, is that we have this page right here, which showcases all of your minifigure parts. It just shows that you can create whatever students you want with these pieces. And of course, you have Professor McGonagall included. I really love that they include this. This is definitely one of the better ways to explain what this set is about when it comes to what's actually included in here in terms of the minifigure parts, what you can do with the minifigure parts included. Of course, there are going to be parts left over, which is a little unfortunate, but I mean, it is what it is. When it comes to Lego, they can include multiples of these torso pieces. As much as I would love to see multiples of these torso pieces, really nice prints that are going to be exclusive to this set, at least till Lego makes them not exclusive. Now from the back, we have your win guy. You get your piece count for 2 pages here, if you're interested in that kind of thing. And we don't see any advertisements, we just see this final build over here. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for the instructions and the box content. So let's take a look at our minifigure parts and then the final overall model, or at least parts of it. Looking at the one true minifigure included in this set, we have Professor Minerva McGonagall. She is not exclusive, also coming within the 2021 Hogwarts Moment sets, though it is still a really nice figure to get. I really love the printing on the skirt piece that leads up to the torso there. That dark green look is really beautiful, and even we get some printing from the back of the skirt piece, continuing up to the torso piece. Facial expression, again, is that one that was introduced within the Hogwarts Moment set, which we also saw within the Hogsmeade set last year. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the one that they continue using into the foreseeable future, where you have an unhappy look from the front, and you can turn that right around to see a very nice happy grin for Professor McGonagall, and we get that beautiful dual molded hair hat combo there, with the dark tan for the hair and the black for the hat. Continuing down the line, we have the boy who lived, Harry Potter, who, I mean, technically you don't even need to make another Harry Potter variant in this set, though I just thought I'd show off that you do get the head and hair pieces that we saw all the way back in 2018 to create Harry Potter right there. You can take a look at the alternate facial expression, which again is that scared look from the back if you're interested, though we get an exclusive torso piece, or well, a semi-exclusive torso piece. It is only exclusive because we get these dark gray hands, which for some reason they decided not to put a regular flesh tone on these, just so then you can switch these out as if they're just regular gloves with the color of the house that you select, which I don't really get the reasoning behind this. I really wish that they included 5 different versions of this torso piece to accommodate all the different flesh tones that we see in here. But as I said, this torso piece is technically exclusive only because of the coloring of the hands. We did previously see it within the Advent calendar last year on your minifigures of Ron and Hermione, and I think Draco too. Another really cool thing about this set is the number of exclusive prints. We have some exclusive torso pieces to represent House Unity. We have one for Slytherin and one for Ravenclaw. We also have the hands colored appropriately to represent each of the houses. Each of these torso designs has a scarf and also the little insignia off to the side to represent this house. You can take a look at the back printing, where you can also see the coloring continue back to the little hood pieces, and we have the small legs to represent a year 1 figure. As I said, same kind of feeling when it comes to Gryffindor and Hufflepuff. This time I did want to showcase another really cool feature that was introduced in this set, that being these dual molded short legs that have that little strip of gray in the middle for the girls, where you can also add on one of these skirt pieces, which you'll see used right here on the Hufflepuff version compared to the Gryffindor one, which I removed. This skirt piece previously came within the Trolls World Tour sets, which I find really interesting that they decided to bring it back in black. This is a new recolor for this particular set, and I think it really works well. One thing that I would like to see is if they could try and mimic this again when we actually see more sets over the summer wave that are based off Order of the Phoenix and stuff like that. Would be really nice to see them go that route, where we have a lot more continuity between the Hogwarts outfits, though I don't think we're going to see that, though I think this is a step in the right direction when it comes to accuracy, and I'm really excited to get more of these pieces when my Bricks and Pieces order eventually arrives. Another really crazy thing to see in this set is the amount of diversity LEGO has introduced with all of these exclusive face prints, which are double-sided, might I add. If I spin these around, you can see that we have some alternate facial expressions there for all of these different flesh tones, 2 of which are brand new and exclusive colors to this set. These 2 right there in the middle. I did put this one farther back because they aren't really too interesting, but looking at all of these different faces, I'm really happy that LEGO is starting to be a lot more inclusive in these sets. In addition to the House Unity, I can see a lot of people being very happy with some of these choices, especially getting some of these characters with glasses and with freckles and stuff. It's just really nice, and you get a happy face from the front, and then an unhappy, unsure look from the back. This one even has his tongue sticking out, which is rather funny. Now when it comes to the regular flesh tone heads that you see here, they aren't anything too exciting. It's just the regular girl facial expression that we saw previously on Susan Bones and Ginny Weasley even, and then another really odd inclusion of the Dudley Dursley facial expression back there. But again, I just have to appreciate all the work that LEGO is putting into the LEGO Harry Potter theme and just bringing us all of this diversity here. This is definitely a step in the right direction. And lastly, that brings us to the selection of hair pieces, which you get a number of different colors, some rather odd coloring choices, and a few exclusive pieces in addition to a few that we've seen before on other Harry Potter characters. Starting off with a few that we've seen before, we have this one that we only saw last year, a recolor of the Han Solo hairpiece in this nougaty color for Colin Creevey. It's really nice to get this again within a cheaper set. We have our hairpiece for Ginny Weasley here that was introduced all the way back in 2010. I really like getting that hairpiece again, another one of those. We have a hairpiece that's commonly used for Luna Lovegood. I mean, I guess it's a nice hairpiece to get in that yellow color. To accompany that, we also have the ugly yellow looking Draco Malfoy hairpiece. Would have rather gotten this in tan, that would have been nice to see. We have the Ron Weasley hairpiece that we saw way back in 2010, the Cole hairpiece just recolored in that orangey color. We have the Hermione hairpiece that was introduced back in 2018. And lastly, we have the spiky hairpiece, which I actually use for my sig fig, so that's pretty nice to get in addition within this set. And wrapping up with our hair pieces, we have this ponytail one in dark brown, which is rather nice to get. We have this short haircut style in black. We have this double bun one, which we've seen previously in stuff like Lego City and the Marvel theme. This is a rather interesting inclusion of the short hairstyle in tan. This we previously saw last year in the Home Alone set, but previously we had only seen it within a collectible minifigure series, so this is a really nice rare hairpiece to get. We have this long black styled one that we previously saw on Violet from The Incredibles, though one thing to note here is that we don't see the print for the headband here, it's just completely black, so that does make it exclusive to this particular set. Another very nice hairpiece that I might even try using on, say, Cho Chang or something like that. Would be nice to see how that turns out. Another recent hairpiece inclusion that we previously saw only within the collectible minifigure series on T'Challa Star-Lord. Hopefully I'm saying that right, from the Marvel collectible minifigure series. Really like this hairpiece, it might actually be useful for other characters. And lastly, we have our rather odd colors. We have this pink one that we saw last year from Jurassic World. Personally, I don't have any use for this hairpiece, but I guess it's an interesting inclusion. And we have two blue hairpieces. We have this ponytail hairpiece, which I'm pretty sure this showed up in Lego City at some point, and maybe even in like Ultra Agents or something like that. I really like this color. It's really nice for this particular ponytail. And lastly, we have an Overwatch hairpiece recolor, or at least I'm pretty sure this is from Overwatch, the Soldier 76 hairpiece recolored in that dark blue, which should fit in nicely with our Ravenclaw character here. And before we move on to looking at the trunk itself, I did also want to mention some of the other smaller accessories that we just have loose here. We have a few different wand colors. We have the regular brown, we have the dark brown, we have the orangish brown, we have the black, and we even have the dark tan, one of which I gave to Professor McGonagall. You also happen to get an extra Chocolate Frog and Chocolate Frog card in this set if you're missing any from last year's 20th anniversary wave. Here's a look at all 16 that are available to collect. Nice of LEGO to include an extra way to get one, though definitely the clock tower's the way to go at the moment if you want more than one. Hopefully LEGO makes another one of these waves to collect, would be very nice. Speaking of the Hogwarts Clock Tower or Hospital Wing, we also get that sand blue open winged owl piece included in this set, which is brand new for 2022. We also get one of those studs with a hole in the center to connect one of those serving hand pieces to hold a little letter for this owl, so you can have this owl deliver your character their letter to Hogwarts, which you can then sort your character into whatever house you want. And that brings us to the build of the Magical Trunk, which is actually quite small for what you pay. I think you're mainly paying for a lot of the minifigure parts and a lot of the special prints that you'll actually see when we open this up and see what's inside. But overall, I think LEGO did a pretty nice job creating this in a way where it's very customizable. As you can see from the front, I decided to customize it with the colors of red and yellow for Gryffindor. You also have the option to use a number of other pieces in light gray, black, green, and blue to create the other houses if you associate with, say, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, or Ravenclaw. Another really cool thing that you can do is that you can customize the outside with stickers, which I showed earlier on. I decided only to place one because I don't typically like covering my sets in stickers. I decided to include the Platform 9 3/4 logo right here on this 2x3 tile piece. You also get stickers from the side of the trunk where they want you to write your name. I don't want to write on stickers or Lego pieces in general. They do happen to give you 2 extra stickers if you mess up, in addition to the 2 that you see from each side, which just uses that building on the side technique right there with those 2 studs. Another interesting piece included to create the top of the trunk is this one with all these studs, and then the tiling off from the bottom. This is brand new and exclusive to this set till it's recolored for another one. I wouldn't be surprised if this pops up again over the summer in some various sets. You can also see a lot of the building on the side from the front. We get a sticker that says Hogwarts and also with a little keyhole, which I'll get to in a minute. These little latches, which are just there for decoration. These little latches, which you can actually hold on to if you want to just wiggle around your trunk. Everything is locked securely. Mostly everything is piled up enough that there shouldn't be any problems. Here's a look at the bottom just to see the foundation. And also the back, which is a little bit more messy, and you can also see a lot of the extra features that you can use to decorate the inside once we actually open this up, which is quite interesting how this works. And you can also see these hinge plates that allow you to create a larger layout when you're actually using your characters in here. So opening up the trunk, we do in fact get a key. This key system was created specifically for Lego Dots, though these pieces should all be brand new recolors for this particular set, including the little lock that's inside here is a brand new recolor in black for the Harry Potter theme. This is the first time that we're getting the key in gold. We have this little key ring, which is, I'm pretty sure, exclusive in this color of black. I'm not 100% sure. We also get one of these 3x3 circular tiles, which you place a Hogwarts sticker on that. And you can also just see how that's built up using these studs and one of those horseshoe pieces to make sure everything stays together. So opening this up, all you gotta do is insert the key and turn slightly, and that will unlock the contents of the set, which you can see everything is pretty much piled up on top of each other here. We're going to take a look at everything individually and start setting up some scenes. So here is everything all laid out. We have our empty chest where we can start putting objects wherever we want. And we have a few of the objects that are included within the chest. Some of these can be taken apart and rebuilt into other accessories to create different moments within the room, say the common room, or as you can see here, we have some layouts for the Great Hall. Starting off with some of our smaller accessories and working our way to some of the bigger ones. First, we have the sorting hat, which is actually a brand new mold compared to the one that we saw back in 2018. I did want to note that as just something really interesting that I just recently found out while comparing some of the parts that we have here. We have a lot more of a smooth and darker brown being used for this sorting hat compared to the one that we saw back in 2018. We also get a small little chair for your minifigure to actually stand or sit on, well, more likely stand, to be sorted into their house. We also get a little cauldron in this gunmetal gray color, which is, I guess, nice to reference the Polyjuice potion that we also happen to get in one of the cupboards. This is the Polyjuice potion piece that we saw within the Polyjuice potion mistake set, so it's nice to see that return. We also have a little top there for it, which is really interesting to see that they included that. Another new print for this year, we have the Birdie Bots Every Flavor Beans, which we'll also end up seeing within the Hogwarts Clock Tower Hospital Wings set, where you get the printing from the front to represent that, and also one of these pyramid pieces for the top of the box. Really love this print. Should have seen it last year in Hogsmeade though. Next, we have a sticker detail on the front of this black book for the Advanced Potion Making book. This, unfortunately, is not the Half-Blood Prince's version. If it was, I would have thought they could have put at least a 1x2 sticker within here just to say this book belongs to the Half-Blood Prince or whatever, but they decided to include this print that we saw within that one Hogwarts Moment set last year in 2021, which is nothing to complain about. The only thing that I do have to complain about, though, is the fact that this is black and the last ones that we saw were brown and dark blue. We also happen to get a brand new print for the Marauders map, which is slightly different compared to the one that we saw within that one minifigure accessory pack. It is again on one of those 2x3 tile pieces, which I think works very well for the sizing of this particular element. Returning from the 2018 collectible minifigure series, we also get a Quibbler again on one of those 2x3 tile pieces, which works very well. Only difference compared to that version is that some of the lines are a little bit thinner and some of the colors are just slightly changed just a little tiny bit. We also get our third recolor for this year in the Harry Potter line of this top piece for the chest. Really nice to get it in gold. Inside we have some extra accessories, two of which are rather confusing, well, at least until you look back at the instructions. We have these two 1x2 cheese slopes, which these are used for some of the alternate builds. They just thought might as well store them within this chest so then you can't really see where they are, which I like that they decided to include the chest for that reason, in addition to just having it as extra luggage. But on top of that, we get another print returning from last year, the Acid Pops, which is another very nice addition to add to your Hogsmeade. If you have that set, you get the print from the front with the logo, and from the back just showing more of the Acid Pops inside the minifigure head. We also get a number of flag pieces included in this set, which are double-sided with stickers where you can see the Great Hall, and then the other side represent an individual house, this one for Ravenclaw, Great Hall, and Slytherin, the Great Hall, and Gryffindor, and then the Great Hall, and then Hufflepuff, and these all connect around the edge of the chest. LEGO continues to add odd furniture colors in this set with a purple couch. I mean, I like some of these pieces recolored in purple, like those Nexo Knight Shield pieces and also these slope pieces, but what's really cool comes from the very bottom with this sticker for a chessboard, which I believe should just go within the Gryffindor common room. This piece can be taken apart to rebuild two chairs and also a chessboard for your characters to play within the Gryffindor common room, so that I really like, and also you get some pieces to support the couch, so then when it's on the ground you can see a little shadow underneath it. I do really like that building technique. Of course, what's LEGO Harry Potter without more tables of food? We have these two sweet pieces, which I believe came out last year. These are rather new pieces, or at least came back in 2016. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, I've never had these in my collection before, so those are pretty nice to get. You get a goblet, and you also get one of those teacups right there, and some more of these 1x3 tile pieces with the two studs for the jumper plate. I really love getting those in white. Now, one thing that's rather odd about this table is the fact that we have these random colors underneath. These aren't exactly random, these are actually used to recreate other builds. You're supposed to rebuild both of these tables into extra beds, or at least one extra bed depending on what house you are. You can either make a Ravenclaw or Slytherin, or a Hufflepuff or Gryffindor bed using the parts from both of these tables and also the colors that are provided underneath them. Now when it comes to the other table, one other interesting piece which we previously only saw in one other set is this small sundae glass within the Diagon Alley D2C, so it's really interesting to see that they're including that again here, and it is a little annoying that a lot of the exclusive pieces to that set are coming in cheaper sets, though it is nice for those who can't afford those larger builds. We also get a croissant because, of course, that's the only thing that they can think of when it comes to food, another teacup and also another goblet there, and also just using that jumper plate for a plate. Another really interesting inclusion in this set is the house point system, which is something that we've never really seen referenced before outside of the 2018 microscale Hogwarts. So this I really love to see included in this set. We have the studs to represent the points, and we also have the points can filter down into these jars. You can switch this up any way you want, just play around with the studs that are at the bottom. That I really love. From the very back of this, we also get some stickers for some extra accessories. We have a snitch under a glass, we have a little snow globe, and also some various books, I guess, for the Gryffindor common room, just because we have that Gryffindor color scheme for most of these. Another famous build in LEGO Harry Potter sets as of recently are fireplaces. We have a small fireplace that you could, I guess, place as the Gryffindor fireplace. You have some of these cheese slopes there to represent the flames, and also some other just torches up at the top. You get a sticker for the Hogwarts logo on that slope piece, and from the very back you can just see some of the brick building for this particular build. Lastly, we get two of these cupboard storage pieces, which are practically the same build other than the fact that we get some different stickers from the very back of these wall element pieces, which are again to represent the Great Hall with these floating candles. I like that those are included as some extra accessories. These are meant to store some of the other loose objects, like say you can put Harry's advanced potion book in here, accompanied by the Marauder's map, which can actually fit both of these in here, which is really nice that if you don't want to have these as loose pieces, you can store them nice and easily in the cupboards. And in the other one, you can put those Bertie Bott's Every Flavor beans and that mug of Polyjuice potion. With all our accessories out of the way, here's a look at an empty trunk situation. You might see one familiar piece back here from Lego City. We have one of those road plate pieces, just recolored in that dark tan. I'm not sure if that's exclusive. It might have came in another set last summer. I'm not 100% sure, but it's nice to see included in here still the same, just have a lot of tiling off when it comes to this particular layout. I do have to complain, however, of the lack of studs. I would have liked to see at least some more studs being used here, just so then you can place things a lot easier than you can, because you really only get those studs right here and at the very base back there, and nowhere else to really place anything. I might also add that we get these clip pieces from the very side where you're meant to connect these flag pieces as the extra accessories, where you can either show House Unity or you can show a side of the Great Hall. When it comes to the inclusion of this bar piece up here, that is mainly included to coincide with the lock that you see inside here, which you can actually spin this with the key if you have it, just to see how this works. You have this little area that clutches on to that bar piece that's up there, and that's how this particular set locks up. It's really clever how LEGO was able to create this lock and key system, though one thing that I obviously have to complain about is the fact that anyone who has one of these keys can open up and see what's inside your trunk. It's not like you're going to have anything exciting in there anyways, but I mean, it's just a thought. The first scene that I wanted to recreate in the trunk is the Great Hall, where you can place your characters here to have their dinner. You see that I decided to include the House Unity from the outside, and then the flying torches from the other side, so you get an alternate view of what is actually going on here. Obviously, this isn't as accurate as it could get because we only have 2 tables and we have 4 houses. Additionally, I decided to rebuild the couch into these 2 chairs, which it does actually show that within the instructions that you make 2 of these chairs from the couch here. Get a few extra parts, in addition to creating this smaller table for the chessboard, which is included underneath, which I think is a really clever use of these slope pieces upside down. You can see that you have the building on the side there for that. Now recreating the Gryffindor dormitory, we had to break down the 2 tables that were included in the Great Hall to recreate a bed for one of your Gryffindor characters. Of course, you use those colors of the dark red and the yellow to represent Gryffindor. You also get a number of those pieces in different colors to recreate beds for Hufflepuffs, Ravenclaws, and Slytherins. These 1x2 cheese slopes are meant to be pillows in the chest, which is really interesting. And of course, you can just see that we use a lot of the pieces to recreate this bed from the table, and you can just plop it right back there. Another build that you can make using the parts from those tables is this other side table bench area, which they show putting all of these different accessories like the advanced potion book underneath here, and also our sweets, the polyjuice potion up on the very top. I don't know why you'd want the polyjuice potion out in the open, but there it is. You can also move these sweets on top of the chest over there as it shows in multiple pictures for this particular set, and just leave this over here and have this as just a potion making table. But overall, I think the Gryffindor dormitory turned out really nice. It is missing the purple couch because I was too lazy to put that back together over there. But here's a general look of what it's meant to look like, where you have the bed, the fireplace, and also some extra accessories from the very back, your trunk, and also a small area to make potions, which I don't know why you'd have that in your common room. It's a little confusing to me, but it's a nice gesture still the same. So overall, for $60, this set has a lot going on. The minifigures are amazing. I really love getting those diverse facial expressions, the house unity for the torsos, finally getting those skirt pieces for the girl characters. I think that this set is definitely an amazing set for the figures. Though when it comes to the builds, I mean, I'm still not sure if I like this set. When it comes to the builds, a lot of them aren't that exciting, though you get quite a lot of cool prints in here, like the Quibbler and even the Marauder's map returning, though again, those pieces are returning. We've seen these prints before. I don't know if these prints are any better. I do like getting multiples of, say, the Acid Pops and the Every Flavor Beans, but really, at the end of the day, you're getting this set because of the diverse facial expressions and the house unity. I think this set has a lot of great pieces to offer. Specifically, once this set retires, I can see this going for a ridiculous amount of money just due to the amount of cool figure parts, and even some of these prints that again are just returning pieces are really nice to get in this set if you don't have them already. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for this video. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below what your thoughts are on this set. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so every time I upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!